What is happening, guys? J Chip here. We just keep on rolling. This is going to be another 6x cash out here. Obviously, the Darnold play didn't settle yet, but barring something really strange going on in this game, he should be able to clear this 0.5 free square line. So just absolute heat given from the tools here. We had Malik Monk yesterday that I gave out, and Peyton Pritchard yesterday also. The Monk play, if you remember, a lot of books had him at 12.5 points, and I believe it was one of the peer-to-peer exchanges that had him as a heavy underdog to go under this 11.5 line, hence why we took his over. And then the Pritchard line, this is one of those, let's call it the J-Chip special here. The under on a push prop, really just any push prop, but these unders, man, I'm telling you, there was, I think, one book, maybe Fliff, that had juice, meaning a minus line to Pritchard finishing with 4 or less rebounds, and it does not get sweatier or sharper than this. Pritchard finishes exactly on the nose with 4 rebounds. Of course, you could check out yesterday's video when I called this happening. The most likely outcome was for him to finish with 5 on the nose, but the fact that he got 4 here and greened out this play is huge news for us here. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for this Darnold slip to cash, and that's gonna be back-to-back 6x's here on the channel. So again, thank you guys for all the recent support we've been getting. Obviously, just love getting these videos out for you guys, breaking down the plays. And if you guys are enjoying the content and all the game that I'm giving out for you guys, just don't hesitate. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, click the links in the description to get access to the tools for yourself, so you don't always have to rely on the 2 or 3 picks that I give out in these videos. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump into the best part of the videos. We're gonna hop in to the slip creation using the plays from the player prop optimizer and the sharp money tool, comparing lines back to peer-to-peer exchanges. You got Novig, Prizepicks, and basically we want to be on the same direction as the sharp bettors that have the very advanced models and projections to be able to accurately determine whether a player goes over or under their line. And listen, I'll be honest, they got more insight than I do. I'm just using the tools. I'm going off what they're doing. This is important because we want to mimic their plays, right? I don't have access to the models, but we got access to the tools, baby. So that's why we're going to keep rolling with their direction and see what they like the most regarding a player's over or under. And then we got the player prop optimizer. Instead of those peer-to-peer exchanges, you're just comparing it back to other competitors to Prizepicks. So we have here so far on the site, Underdog Fantasy, DraftKings, Pick 6, Better Picks, and we're basically seeing where we could get the best discrepancies and the best value in accordance to those Prizepicks lines. And on both the tools, you'll be equipped with, I believe, 9 sports books, some of the best 9 sports books across the markets here, just to see where the play's favored, over, under, again, as always, because we're dealing with props. So that's really all we're betting on over or under players' certain stat, and we're just seeing where they're favored, where they're juiced, and which direction, right? So my personal favorite strategy is just to use the sharp money tool first, a bit less of those green plays that we're looking for, those green or purple plays, but I like to use this. It's really the top of the top. So if I were you just starting off with the tools, I definitely start shopping on the sharp money tool, and then just reference or cross-reference with the optimizer as the second part of the strategy, and just to see if the same line's being offered, the same line from Prizepicks is being offered on these other apps. And if not, then good, we're getting an exclusive play to Prizepicks. And if it is offered on another app, we could see maybe where the line's off a bit, so we just to secure even more value or those discrepancy points, as I always bring up in the videos. So like I said, yeah, we're just going to jump right into the sharp money tool. And there's 2 plays I just scrolled through here. Like I said, not too many green plays off bat, but there's 2 plays that I really like in this one. It's going to be this Tyler Higbee play for this NFL Sunday game. But yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. So it's going to be his receiving yards over 13.5. Couple reasons why I like this play, and if you guys watch the videos, you're going to beat me to it. But look, we got a heavy plus line here under, so the sharp bettors on Prizepicks that are offering this line at plus money most likely want to bet his over, right? They want to bet his opposite direction, which is his favored over direction. It's a minus 149 consensus favorite across the market, and you see here, just going across the major books, he's pretty much offered at 15.5 everywhere else, and we even got 2 books, Fliff and Bet Online here, offering him at 16.5. So that's giving us what, 2 to 3 receiving yards discrepancy with his Prizepicks line, and this is going to be enough for me to take this as our first play. Tyler Higbee, 13.5 receiving yards, and you see here it's a top play on the sharp money tool as well as the player prop optimizer. And this is why I love using this as well as cross-reference, because if you go to other competitors to Prizepicks, you see that they're offering him at 15.5 on each of the fantasy apps shown here. So that's big news, and we are getting the lowest projection for Higbee, so we can get full value by taking his over 13.5. If I go on Novig just to see, okay, he's not offered there. So it's a good thing we have both exchanges just to get as many plays as possible. But yeah, there was another play that I loved here. It's going to be in this Golden State game. I think news just dropped. This game will be postponed for tomorrow for whatever reason, but I still like this play. It's still available on the board, so I will play it. Will Richard, backup guard, I believe, for the Golden State Warriors. Points, rebounds, assists, PRA under 9.5, 53% chance to hit. He's a minus 138 favorite across the market here. We only got 2 books showing data, but that's enough for me. We have a minus 130 favorite on MGM for him to go for 9 PRA or less. And then we got Fliff here, another good discrepancy value for us. They're offering his line at 8.5, so we're already getting 1 PRA discrepancy compared to his line on Prizepicks, and then a huge plus 136 to his over on Prizepicks. So again, the sharp bettors on Prizepicks offered a line to you, or traditional bettors like me and you, for plus 136 odds. Of course, we know the higher the plus line, the less likely that outcome is to hit. So because the over is a heavy plus line, we want to be on his favorite under, and that's what Parlayers is telling us here in these columns here. Under's favorite, it's a green play, and it's a minus 138 favorite. So I will take, that's so unfortunate. I will, hold on, let me just lock in this Richard play under, oh my goodness, they took this off too? You're kidding. Probably the worst start to a video I've had recently. Higbee just got bumped to market value at 15.5, so I have to chuck off this play. And then Will Richard's not even on the board, man. That must be because of the postponement, but very, very unfortunate there, man. I love that play. That stinks. And look, these other plays are from the Warriors game too, so I'm just gonna see if no Warriors plays are up. So that sucks, man. Okay, I really like this Higbee play, guys. You saw it locked in though. You saw it locked in there at 13.5. Unfortunately, cannot secure that value for you guys. Obviously, I want to make a slip, so I had to move quickly there. Looks like some new plays popped on the board though. Okay, Grimes assist under 2.5. Let me see if I can work with this. Is he still on the board? Yeah, he is. He starts in a minute, so I can't even get that one in for you guys because that's just going to be too tight. It is a bit later. This honestly probably on me. The fact that it's a bit late on a Saturday, and a lot of these Saturday games start a bit in the afternoon, and now we're really afternoon here, so this is going to be rough. I could get in this play that I got in a VIP slip. Jalen Suggs assist over 3.5. His under's only a plus 101 on Prizepicks, so not the craziest underdog odds, but if you see her going across the market, he's minus 140 on 2 books, which is pretty good. You know, if he does start, I think he's probable to play today. He's starting point guard for the Magic, in which should be a tighter game against the Cavs. The Magic are at home. He should have a lot of playmaking opportunities at the 1 spot for the Magic, so I do like this play. Suggs over 3.5 times. This play we could get in, and again, I got it in one of my VIP slips, so I'm pretty confident about that one. And yeah, we're gonna roll with that for now. That's from the Prizepicks tab. I'll switch over to the Novig tab and see if there's anything catching my eye here. Not really. Trayvon Henderson plays not bad. Okay, I might just switch over to the optimizer and then see if we could dish out anything from there. Man, that was on me. Let me see. I am liking another play here. It's going to be this Ivan Demidov play in the Canadiens-Bruins game here tonight, over 1.5. I saw this play kind of coming up on and off the board before when I was looking for some picks for VIP. I didn't end up greenlighting it because they ripped it off again, but I'll check back later in this video. If he is at 1.5, we will be going with his over. He's not offered anywhere else, and he's a minus 132 favorite. One of those classic plays I think would be a good add to our slip. Maybe this Nate Johnson play. This Kansas game here, college b-ball. Let me see. This guy got bumped up too, man. We can't catch a break. You guys see this live. I'm going through it with you live. No cuts, no edits or anything. This is ridiculous, man. We can't get anything. I'll do a quick refresh of the tools. Of course, I want to at least get in a 3-man power for you guys. I feel like those mathematically are the best way to go here for a smaller slip. But man, we are getting rinsed. Let me see what I can do. I'll put 2 again. There's another play I'm liking here, yellow play, because I think there's only 1 book supporting it. But BetMGM has him as a minus 130 favorite to his under. It's going to be this Isaac Okoro rebounds assist under 4.5. And the only reason we're taking this play is because he's a huge plus 140 underdog to his over. So that means we want to be on his under favorite direction. And we still got a book agreeing that his under should be favored. So look, it's not a lot. It's a yellow, I know, but right now, I feel like, yeah, we're just going to have to get this in regardless. Demon 5.5, Goblin 3.5. Not telling me much there from Prizepicks, but I do like this. So we got Suggs over. Did the Suggs play come off the tool? Okay, Suggs play not on the tool right now, but okay, so he's on the optimizer still, just making sure it's still favored, which it is. Discounted or removed on Underdog Fantasy and DraftKings Pick 6, so that's good news for us here. Securing value on Prizepicks. We like the over there. And then Okoro plus 140 to us over on Prizepicks. I like the under there. I'll refresh again one more time. Just lock in the last play for us. Check the last couple plays that I've been looking at. Higby's still not bumped. Back on the board. Beautiful. So I'm going to get this locked in before anything weird happens again. We got Suggs over 3.5 times, as I just mentioned. Okoro, 4.5 rebounds, assists under. And Demidov, 1.5 shots on goal. I want to lock this in and upload for you guys so he's still here. Green play not offered anywhere else. We could assume he's been discounted or removed on either of these platforms. And minus 132 strong odd, consensus odds favorite across the market. So I will get this in. This is the slip. I'm going to lock it in for $5. I'm maxed on this account at 5 on each slip. Unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. So I'll lock it in for 5 beans. Again, 6x power play, nothing crazy, plus 5 units when it cashes. For you guys that are putting down more units on this slip, just don't empty out your whole bankroll. I always got to say this. We're going for volume here, as you guys see throughout the videos. It's always a disclaimer I have to mention because people are going to empty out the whole bankroll. If one misses, they're going to get mad. Just take it easy. Try to put the same units down on each slip so you could track progressively with us. I forgot to mention with that hit that I showed you from yesterday's video, the Sam Darnold free square hit, that's plus 5 units to the total. So I believe we were at 20.75 units plus the 5 we just cashed. That's going to be 25.75 units in the green since the start of these YouTube videos. So you guys really have to do is just trust the tools, enjoy the videos, and obviously tail along when they drop. So again, appreciate you guys for all the support, myself and the team included, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.